So what I'm seeing with him is he was ratted out, but it's deeper than that. So let's go back to the beginning. The first thing is his energy was being hijacked by multiple attachments to him, things that he was unaware of. They were constantly talking in his head. He would think probably he was going crazy, but he was hearing a lot of outside noise and influence, and he was trying to kind of shut that down. He was also not wanting to continue with his career. He was actually wanting to take it in a different direction himself, but not the direction that management wanted him to take. There's a vast difference in what he was doing and where he wanted to go between what his either record label management, I don't know what he had, but any and or all of those wanted him to go. He was going to be the consciousness of how to change the direction of the frequency. What I'm being shown is they bring about these types of music frequency. It's frequency, not necessarily the style of music. It just happens to come through that style. But they bring it about in order to corral groups of people that agree with that mindset and to keep them thinking over here versus expanding the way that they think. It happens in all types of music, maybe not classical, but pretty much every other type of music. So certain people are tuned to that frequency. And he was wanting to change what he was doing because he was really tired from the bullshit. And he goes back like three and a half years. Really tired. Like my eyes are getting heavy talking about it. I'm getting a headache in the back of my head. So he was very tired, okay? Not wanting to do this, some bullshit, not wanting to do it, wanting to be a grown-up, really. Wanting to open up his own label is what I'm hearing. I want to open up my own label, and I want to have some artists working for me, and I want them to be able to create like I was given a chance. I want to give them a chance is what I'm hearing. He was trying to do this, but he was always like on guard with stuff. Now, here's where I go back to LA and that Mac P dog, okay? So I go all the way back to LA, and I go to that kid. And here's what I'm going to say. So just like, don't come for me for this. The hit on Julio Foolio was garnered from Los Angeles. A very high up rapper, male. Everybody's praising him right now. I'm not going to say the name, but you can get it. You will get it. Very high up male rapper, probably in his 50s. Everybody's paying attention to him right now this week. Okay. And as I said, it is July 30th of 2024. So that team of energy and that higher up rapper, old school rapper, is connected to his management team, his record company, his handlers, whoever. And the hit is ordered sideways, ordered from Los Angeles, going into Florida, using a bunch of patsies, people who think they're beefing with Julio Foolio because of something else. So it gives them key to do it. But that's not the reason he died. He died for an entirely different reason, and it's coming from higher up because we couldn't control it. The other thing I was showing, as I was seeing that, I was showing, this is crazy. So I'm asking about this drill rap coming out of Chicago, probably 2010-ish time frame, if not earlier, but really getting popular in 2010. So I'm like, what's with this? Because they really are doing West Side Story dancing, but in a very graphic way. Like it's two drill rappers going after each other. It's still doing this. It's still two drill rappers going after each other. This makes me nuts. Okay, there, we're back. It's two drill rappers going after each other, almost like West Side Story. Just think of it in terms of the dance and the choreographed fighting. Now look at the drill rappers and like, you do this to me, I do this to you. You kill this person, you dance on his grave, I do this, etc. So it's that kind of, again, turf war. Now go back to the early 1900s, and I'm being dead serious when I say this. Go back to the early 1900s, okay? Go all the way back. Go to the Teamsters, the Italian mob, the original mafia, the movie The Godfather, go all the way back and ask yourself, those people all died and they were in that kind of frequency war to take over things, to control the tempo, pay people off. They had people everywhere, extortion, control, and they all died off. And so there's different kinds of mobs now, like, the cartel, the whatever, the government, all of that. Now, those people, this is what I was shown. Those people that were mobsters over here came back in the segment of people that we know as drill rappers. Some of them reincarnated. That's a crazy thing to say. And I know how crazy that sounds, but that's exactly what that is. That is why the violence is associated with it. And it's a way of trying to control things again. Our youth, our situations, our city. Now, why are they trying so quickly to find Julio Foolio's killer and not Mac P Dog? These are both young men, different levels of success, but why? They're both in the same community. So why are we so gung-ho over here? And over here, we're doing the typical LA thing and, letting it slide, right? So is it East Coast, West Coast? What is it? Here's what it is. If I were a drill rapper named Julio Foolio, and I had information about it just went again. It's when they step in front and no, I'm not making it up. There, now I've come back. I just waved my hand and I've come back. All right. So Julio Foolio had information about a very famous upscale person in his industry and what they were doing. And it tied in 3 governmental agencies. So he was aware of some bullshit and there was a shakedown to get him to shut up. But here's what's interesting. The reason we're working so hard to tie this up with a bow, and even though you will get the right people, and it's the girl that ratted them out, even though you will get the right people, you don't have the right people. It's coming from higher up and it's coming from the West Coast and it's hitting that coast.